Hi, everyone. Today, we're going to start working with video. I'm so excited about this because video is such a powerful medium, and we all have cameras that do both video and still photography. And in fact, the camera I do the most videography with probably is my cell phone, just like it's the camera I use the most for my still photography because I have it with me everywhere and I take videos everywhere. So today I want you to be thinking about how we can use video to enhance a brand experience. For those of you that are in digital marketing or digital media production, you're going to be doing short videos to create impressions of a brand. And that's what the powerful thing about videos is, as opposed to a static image, we are able to add a little bit of music, a little bit of movement. And this is the natural progression from doing slideshows. And the reason we use slideshows is to animate still photos, and be able to get that emotional connection through music. And that's exactly what we're going to build on. Is we're going to now start creating some video clips and editing those together into a video montage with music. So let's talk about what a video montage is. A montage is a collection of shots, images, video clips of a single subject matter that is done in a storytelling way. As opposed to collage is a mixed media that we bring together different elements such as painting and photography. We're not doing that. We're working strictly with digital imaging, digital video production, and we're going to use what I'm calling a montage approach that is allowing us to take what we did with our photo stories and apply that wide, medium, and tight compositions to video clips. And you can do this very, very easily with any camera that you have. So let's take a look at some examples, and I'm going to show you some higher end examples and some really just fun, easy to do examples for you. And up front, I want to be completely clear that you have the choice. You have a full range of choices as to what kind of video montage with music you would like to do based on what you think would be the most useful to you, B, the most fun, and C, the most approachable and easy to do. So let's not make a hard work out of this. Let's have a lot of fun with this. So let's take a look at some examples of video montages I've put together for a wide variety of purposes. So the first one we're going to take a look at is this one. This is a video that I put together to project on a large screen at a winery for a book release party. I'd done a whole book of dance photographs, and this was to kind of tell that backstory. So one of the nice things about video montages is they can help tell the backstory of our brand. So there you have it, a short little video montage, and you saw that I ended with the cover of the book. This was the cover of the book that I was selling at the event, and so just a nice, easy montage there. Also, I'm going to show you another one. We won't watch the whole thing, but here I can use a video montage to explain a technical process for how I make a darkroom print. So there you'll notice that I'm basically telling the story of how to make a darkroom print. I actually pulled all these clips from a video presentation. I actually walked people through how to do a darkroom print as a step-by-step. And in fact, you can see that. Here's my website, and I actually have a page for education. And under film photography, I actually have these tutorials on how to make a darkroom print, how to load film. And so here's basically the step-by-step instructions. This is a 135 millimeter lens, which is slightly on the maximum time so that we get consistent. So basically I took clips from this how-to video and made it into a video montage just to tell an emotional story about a print. Now you'll notice that my brand is based upon the sage archetype, and so it's very monochromatic, it's very wisdom based, and you'll see that I have blog posts that are always focusing on kind of this thought-provoking wisdom sort of branding. So when I talk about doing a video montage, I'm supporting a particular brand experience. Here's an example of one that could be used for a wine brand. And let's just take a look at this. I did this over the summer. So there's an example of a product where all I had was a wine bottle. And what am I going to do to make that into an interesting 30-second, in this case, 29-second video? And you notice what I did? I used a lot of camera movements. I used gelled, or not gelled, but LED colored lighting to change colors and special effects. Flash, and just a really vibrant soundtrack to try to tell that story of this wine that is a very bold, rich flavor profile. Here's another example of a branding experience where I actually created this video to share with my client who had hired me to do this photo shoot. And this is what I'd call a behind the scenes video clip. So that was in support of a portfolio project that I also put together called Be Iconic, and I actually made this large portfolio. I still have it, and that was part of an ad campaign for that as well. Here's some recent just fun experiments. All of us have video cameras on our phone that will do slow motion, or in the case of these, I actually used my digital SLR with its slow motion feature. And I'm going to show this softball one first. And so again, I'm always thinking about what kind of story can I tell in a very short amount of time. And so in this case, I thought about that song. There's a song about a boy who's trying to throw the ball and swing, and he keeps missing. 3 strikes is out. And his attitude is, didn't know I was such a good pitcher. And I remember that song, and I thought it was very humorous. And I applied that story idea to this particular slow motion video. And all I did is I set up a black background and a couple of lights and made this video right here. So that video would be very effective for promoting, say, high school senior portraits or athletic photography. And in fact, here's one that I did for a high school senior this year as part of their photo package. I did this little video. So those are some really fun, super easy to use. I did everything was shot handheld on the actual running part, and then I used a tripod for the final where he's flipping up the ball. Softball, I did photograph that, film that on a tripod. But now I just want to show you some really other interesting ideas that we can do with this. For one thing, I want to point out that this reel that I'm going to show right now is something that most of the clips were taken on a cell phone, and they were taken by traveling companions, people that were with me when I was on location. And what I'm doing is just saying, hey, while you're here, can you just make a video clip? I'm directing, and I'm just saying, hey, get me coming in frame, or get me, just take some clips, and we'll see how this plays out here. So that's an example of, again, taking advantage of, I've got multiple photo shoots, little clips that I've gathered, and these are our digital assets. These are what we have to reuse and repurpose into a variety of different things. And so those clips find their way into a lot of different videos that I put together on my YouTube channel. And so I want you to just have fun with this assignment. Let me just give you a couple of examples of cell phone. Like this was done completely. This video I'm going to show you right now was done on my old BlackBerry. This is so old, and I edited it on the BlackBerry. So everything was shot and edited on this archaic phone. And just to introduce this one, this is one that I got excited about light. So that was a video that was just inspired by daydreaming, to be honest with you. I was sitting at my desk and I noticed the light reflecting off my watch. I was kind of interested, so I just picked up my phone and I started filming my watch really close. And then I went upstairs and there was a glass on the counter and the sunlight coming through, and it had this yellow and blue color to it. And so I just started filming it, and then I went outside, got shadows on the concrete. And I just was experimenting with that model light and movement of light and photographing with my cell phone. And then just to see if I could do it, I edited it on the phone using an app on the phone. So these things are very doable. Don't be afraid of this. It's something really exciting that we have the ability to just create an impression, evoke a mood, and then these clips can later on be put with narration, as you'll see in just a little bit. Here's another one that I did. And again, I just went for a walk in Manitou Park last spring, and the flowers were gorgeous, and I was really drawn to a fountain. So this is just a short 30-second clip. So that was really a story about a fountain, and I found music that kind of had that drip, drip, drip sound to it. And that's what I enjoy, is just playing with the idea of finding music and clips, and I'm editing to the rhythm of the clip. And I will tell you that we only use cuts and dissolves and fades. We do a cut for something quick, continuous movement. We do a dissolve if we need to slow it down, a little more nostalgic, and also to denote a lapse in time. If we're shrinking a great amount of time into short little clip, we can use a cross dissolve, say, yeah, time passed, and here we are. And then we use fades in and out to denote the beginning and ending of chapters, or beginning and endings of stories or ideas. So a lot of fun to be had with this. And then if we want to take those clips and add narration to it, then it becomes something even a whole nother element, and it's super easy to do. So we can just record audio and lay it in with the music track. Here's a video that I used all the shots that we do for visual storytelling. I used wide, medium, and tight. And we call those tight shots cutaways. They allow me to cut from a tight shot. I can go anywhere on a video. And so let's just watch this one real quick. Heading home from work. This is the last stop before I turn to go home. But not today. Winter will be here soon enough. For now, I just want to chase the sun. So I made that video last year with a motorcycle that I have since sold and bought a new motorcycle. So I'm really glad I have this video because I absolutely loved having that motorcycle for the time I had it. But you get an idea of I'm adding words, I'm adding music, and I'm adding visual storytelling with these video clips that go wide, medium, tight, and you start to sequence and tell stories that way. And this will lead us towards telling longer stories in the future. And then I'm going to share just a really slow one here, but I would just tell you that if you can just get in the mood and just start telling stories through montage, it can be a lot of fun. This is one I did many years ago now. This was, many years ago already. And I just was a snowstorm and I was at home. You can see it was 10 degrees and snowing out on the side of the barn. And actually, let's take a look at my website again, and I'll just show you some examples of how I use these video clips as part of my content creation on my website. So here is a video that I recently released about 35 millimeter rangefinder film photography and really focus on street photography. And you will recognize some of the clips that we've looked at. There's a responsibility that comes with that because people in candid moments can be shown in unflattering light, or we can point the camera at things that are hard situations such as homelessness, panhandling, etc. And I always refer back to Paul Strand that said this about street photography. He said that the spirit of intent must be sufficiently humane to warrant the intrusion. Hi everyone, welcome to IDOS, where we take a look at the shape and form ideas take in the visual arts. I'm your host, Ira Gardner, and today we're going to be talking about film photography. So there you're going to see that I've actually built a pre-roll, and I'll actually show you how that's playing out with the next episode. But if you go back, this is just reusing video clips from other projects. And these are just my visual assets I have to work with to create content. So let's just take one more look at another piece here. the arts really get at that deeper core level of what it means to be a human being. And I think this is a space where we're allowed to express it. For over 30 years, my work has been about using light to define the lines, shapes, and three-dimensional form of the subjects I photograph. Recently, my work has been focused on the beauty I find in botanicals. The fractal patterns of the leaves and branches are soothing for my brain and help comfort the stress and anxiety of the modern world. It was only after experiencing a total sense of loss that I found myself. It was like a journey into a deep, dark cave. This positive light against the darkness has become my signature style in my work. I studied film and photography in college. When I was 19, I spent a year working with world-renowned ballet choreographer Christopher Aponte. I quickly realized that my technical knowledge of photography was inadequate. He could move an audience to tears by the shapes and movement of the human body. From that point on, I committed to studying composition and design in order to translate my emotions into photographs. I recently created a new body of work titled Primordial. In this work, I am connecting human forms with the botanical studies I've been doing. I had gone to the Malheur National Forest to witness the eclipse. I realized that this bluebird on a juniper tree was as significant in the big scheme of things as I was. This is where the idea of combining human and botanical forms together as a way of showing that interconnected life spirit that exists in all things. That sense of movement is so fantastic. There we go. Yes, fantastic. Can you make a circle with your hands? Just kind of... My career has come full circle now. I've been working with another dance company where I've been transforming my small studio into an infinite space where we can rest our eyes and experience a philosophical pause for self-reflection and gratitude for all that life gives us. Yes. There you go. Oh, nice. Fantastic. So I think you can see that we are incorporating all the skills that we have built so far, in that we're taking still photos, we're using slideshows, we're using video clips, and we're adding it into a video editing platform using Adobe Premiere or Final Cut or Windows Movie Maker. It doesn't matter what tool you use, but really we're combining still photos and video clips and music tracks to be able to elicit an emotional response, create an impression, and we use it to inform, inspire, and if this was an ad, it'd be a persuasion piece to get you to hire me or to buy something from me. So these are the things that we're building up in your repertoire of tool sets. What I want you to do is to be thinking about what would be in alignment with who you are. What would be a fun little video montage that you could make that would express your brand and your worldview in 30 to 60 seconds max. So with that, I want to give you some tips. I am using, so what I'd like to just talk about some tips a little bit. One of the things I want to talk about is music. Where do we get royalty-free music? And it's very important that we use royalty-free music. And so the easiest place to get it would be from your YouTube account, because YouTube gives you a library of royalty-free music. So let's take a look at that. So when you're in YouTube, and you can see I watch a lot of motorcycle videos. When you're in YouTube, you just go to your YouTube studio. And from there, you can go to the audio library. You might have to scroll down to see it. There's an audio library. And we can start looking. We can just play what's not too exciting, really. But we can start to filter, and we can filter by a mood. And so now I can choose a mood. Maybe I'm feeling a little funky. So I'll go ahead and apply that, and I'll just go through. That still feels like a little 80s Knight Rider TV, so I don't like that one. That's kind of fun. So if I like that one, then all I have to do is come over here and download it. And you also want to pay attention to if it says, I will tell you, for example, if I just, there's a composer in here named McLeod who has some beautiful work, Kevin McLeod in here. And quite often you'll get this message here where it says you're free to use it, but you need to give a credit for it and have this information in there. Some artists that you download, when you go to click download, you will see that they let you download it, but they expect you to give them a credit in your video description. And also you might want to put a music by title on your video as well. So when you see the Creative Commons attribute, you want to definitely copy and paste that and keep that for your notes. Now, if you are doing a lot of videos and you have a professional business that incorporates making videos, then you're probably going to want to subscribe to the Adobe Suite. And what's interesting about the Adobe Suite is I can also subscribe to their stock music library. And within Adobe, let me just kind of pull up a, let's just pull up a video. So let me just use a new sequence. I've titled it Ira Pre-Roll, and I'm actually going to just drag this. I've already worked on this once before. My sequence settings are off, so I'm just going to go ahead and change sequence settings. So when you bring a video clip in and you create a new timeline in Premiere, and if they don't match up when you drag your video on, you can tell it to just fix it and change it here. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to unlink this. Well, actually, let's play this real quick. Welcome to IDOS, where we take a look at the shape and form that ideas take in the visual arts. So what I have going on here now is I've basically created a pre-roll, and I've got some voiceover for a new web series I'm creating called IDOS, which is based upon a print journal that I started producing many years ago, and I'm getting back to it. And so let's say I didn't like that soundtrack to it, right? I'm going to mute that soundtrack, and I'm going to come over here, and this only works if you have a subscription to Adobe Stock Music. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and go to, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to pull up the Adobe Essential Sound screen. And what this allows me to do is I can either edit audio or I can go in and browse the Adobe Stock library. And if I like something, I can go ahead and download it, because I've already paid a license to get so many tracks per month for included in that. So I can just kind of go and find something that's kind of exotic. Let's try exotic and see what we have here. Sounds very upbeat and happy, but you'll notice all I have to do is I hit play, and it will automatically start the clip and let me listen to the track with my video and just see what sounds right. not really my thing. I'm more of a mellow guy, but you know, let's see what some of these sound like. Yeah, I'd get my John Mayer going here. Gotta love that one. So you can see that music can have a huge impact on your brand experience for your audience. And so this just allows me to preview a lot of things in here. And, you know, I can just kind of experiment with it, see what I like. And if I like it, you know what, let's listen to this one. Now, not working for this at all, but I do have another video that I think that this might be worthwhile. So all I have to do is hit here and license it. It's going to say, we're going to use some of your credits. It's going to say that you're going to use one of your license credits for this. I'll confirm it. I then copy the license on there, and I keep a Google document that I keep a Google document with all my music licenses, and I'll just paste that in there, and then I'll just kind of go back and get the title of it. And this is called a China Garden. And that way I have that music license in case I need it. If I upload a video to YouTube or Vimeo and they say, hey, you're using copyrighted material, we need proof, I've got that license to be able to upload that to YouTube for later on. So once that's been licensed, you'll see a blue checkbox. Now I can download it, and I will go ahead. I have a folder on my computer that says Adobe Stock Music. As you can see, I used quite a bit of Adobe Stock Music in my projects. I use a lot of YouTube music as well, and then that's what we have. So we're good to go. Now, I just want you to be inspired. The purpose of this video is to get you inspired to try it, to try making a video montage with music using tools. Now, I know you're going to need some technical assistance at some point. So I want to encourage you to either come into my Wednesday afternoon drop-in help session, or go ahead and schedule a one-on-one help session with me, either in person on campus where we can meet in the computer lab and use Adobe software and edit together, or go ahead and set up a Zoom video chat so I can actually watch you work on your machine using your software to edit these videos. So I just want you to be really excited and have a lot of fun with this assignment, and let me help you and guide you to the finish line of editing your video montage with music. All right, thanks so much. I look forward to talking to you real soon about this project. And let's get together and let's get her done. All right, take care. Bye-bye. Can I believe I just said get her done? Can't believe I said that. Let's get it done.